Re-
Welcome, everybody. Good evening. Um, Tonight is part 2 of our ongoing exploration into the tenets, some of the operating mindset or worldview behind the tantric yoga system. Last week was a larger overview of many ideas, just some basic orientation around values of the tantric system. And today we'll slow down a bit more and look at just a couple of them in greater detail. Beginning with what I consider to be a very, very generous, I was going to say proposition, but the more I'm kind of with this idea, the more it feels like a living reality than just a concept, right? So the premise, the exploration, the mystery, the invitation is that the creation is sacred, that the creation is a sacred emanation or expression of divinity. And by creation, I don't mean just this room or this block or even this entire city or even this entire planet or even this entire solar system. That the entire creation, all to the most distant and newly being born star, and down to the most minute atomic structure. Can you imagine the span of those things? Yeah. Imagine on some scale, atoms look a lot like stars, like from a certain perspective, and that wham, it's just magnified on the macro scale as well. All of it is this sacred process or emanation or dance. And from my relative human vantage point, I'm kind of limited in my ability to perceive or appreciate that. Like there's certain life circumstances that I'm like, yes, I am blessed. I feel the goodness of these particular circumstances that I deem favorable. And then there's other circumstances or stories or events or histories that don't feel so sublime or, a part of a sacred dance, or that, it doesn't feel like it fits so much. And the proposition is that on the largest scale, even larger than my own particular vantage point, is that this is all a sacred process that we're involved in and learning about. We're kind of students here. You get like a limited time pass to become students of the earthly and human experience. And what's more, not only is the unfolding of life sacred, and the growing of trees and coming of spring, but so you are a part of that greater process as well. In fact, the human being has been endowed with unique capacities and potential to kind of wake up to a broader vision. And that's where the methodologies and the techniques come into play. That we have means or methodology by which we can elevate our perception. And Tantra gave us yoga asana. Thank you very much. It was one of many, 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 many offerings. So from Tantric thought was born Hatha Yoga. From Hatha Yoga was born 7 limbs of practice. From 7 limbs of practice, one of them is dedicated to asana. So there's a larger backdrop of possible methodologies that we can relate to or exercise. And that's more of our, we'll be drawing from that, those methodologies more so this evening. Specifically, the use of bandhas and breathing ratios pattern, as well as what we just generically call chanting. But I like to more intimately think of it as like invoking of sound. So certain potent sound, formulaic sounds that induce a particular effect. Even more specific, as well as interfacing with our with the subtle body, namely the chakras, as well in our asana practice. So we'll peel back or dial down emphasis on the physicality and approach the practice more so through the lens of resonance and connection and kind of felt experience and movement of energy, and more of these what do we call it, like subjective kind of criteria as opposed to like overt physicality. And there'll be some of that as well in service of this I don't know, heightened use of this vehicle, exploration with this vehicle. So you would please come onto your backs with your head towards me and your soles of your feet on the floor.